This daily outing around their Toronto neighborhood might become the norm for Sarah Jackson and her family over the next couple of weeks as her kids return to online learning.
It's a lot to figure out time and time again.
Omicron's wildfire increase in cases has pushed Ontario and Quebec to return to remote schooling for a couple weeks at least, while BC and Alberta have pushed back post-holiday start dates.
I certainly recognize it's very, very difficult for parents and for students to manage that kind of thing, but we're kind of in a crisis mode right now. So I think we need to pull out all the stops.
Some public health experts agree that means pulling kids out of class. Others worry advice to avoid this scenario again has fallen on deaf ears over the last year. Take enhancing ventilation and filtration.
What I feel very confident in saying is that we're probably underpowered in a lot of classrooms.
6 air changes every 60 minutes is best, and a single HEPA filter won't cut it. Many schools don't have the funding to do major upgrades, and if they do, it can take time. In the short term, there's masking. Experts say it's time to ditch the cotton face cover and upgrade to a surgical mask at the very least. And while some are even advocating for N95s in schools, there's debate among infectious disease specialists.
It's a little bit more difficult to sort of imply that kind of reach out to the community. And it's really important to understand N95 masks are much more expensive.
In Ontario, the association advocating for its English language public schools wants the province to pick up the tab and is also hoping to see the COVID-19 vaccine become mandatory for all students over age 5. Across Canada, just over 1% of kids 5 to 11 have received their double dose so far.
But we still do have a lot of families that haven't yet made the decision to get their child vaccinated, and that's going to set us back a little bit.
Until there's an increase in uptake, public health experts are again calling for smaller class sizes. Jackson's partner, Sammy, agrees, but isn't hopeful.
Some of this stuff, you can't change overnight.
Meantime, the most obvious piece of advice to keep kids COVID-free falls on parents like him. In an Omicron era, at the first sign of sniffles, stay home. Jamie Mauracher, Global News, Toronto.